He has got to be the most manipulative of the couples I have seen so far in the history of Married at First Sight. Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Married at First Sight season 12 episode 9. So today honestly was not as dramatic as the last week. Last week was very dramatic, but today they were just trying to get to know each other. A couple of couples dropped the I love yous, you know, which was pretty sweet, okay? While some couples struggled even more. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about Clara and Ryan. I just want to shake Ryan, you know? But he's pretty stuck in his ways as far as the way that he is. He really does think too much into things a lot. I'm hoping I'm not like that, because that is, oh my gosh, that is just frustrating to work with. All he needs to do is like just let his guard down a little bit, you know, and he'll be okay. But I guess it's just something he has to get comfortable. Like he said, he really has to trust somebody, and it's very hard for him to trust. So I think that's what I would say. I don't know. I think they could possibly work out. It's just the fact that they're just very much so like different as far as how they like live their lives. And you know, Clara is very like just free spirited, and Ryan is not. But nothing's changed from the last episode. I think the part that really made me laugh was like when I guess he had surprised her by going to a donut shop. She loves donuts, and they were supposed to just go for donuts, like just chill, enjoy, love donut. Obviously Clara was very like surprised, like happy about it. And Ryan decided to ask some deep question. And after that, he was just going on and on and on about how like whatever, like. And then Clara was just like, I just came to eat donuts. Like I didn't come for this. You know, it's like a TED talk. You know, she loves donuts. She loves like sweets, I suppose. And he's into like, you know, very health conscious. I think that's what she's trying to just get out of him. Like just enjoy the moment for now. But he still hasn't dropped the L word. I don't really know. They honestly seem to get along, apart from just the big thing, which is obviously the fact that he's just very into his head a lot. Let's talk about Haley and Jacob. To be honest, I'm so over it. Like I'm kind of just bored at this point. Like I don't know what else to say other than the fact that they're just slightly boring for me. Haley's the same. She did try to this episode this episode she tried to she purchased some stuff for him, new clothes for him to try on. Because she does not like the fact that he's still stuck in the 80s like that. She's made these very clear. That's one of the reasons why she's not attracted to him, is the fact that he's still stuck in the 80s. And he wore it and he was nice, and then they turned it to something else, and it just seems like Haley just doesn't care. And Haley is like, it's gonna take me time, and Jacob is very much so like assuming. Okay, hello, welcome to the group. But he assumes a lot. And I don't really know. The last of them, they were getting along, and they just seem to kind of like just live in the moment and enjoy each other in the moment. But they still, like, even when they sit together in the living room, they're so very far apart from each other. I'm just like, y'all could just stay on the same couch, like y'all don't, but they're in two separate chairs. They're just never really together, never really like touching it. They don't hold hands, they don't touch, they don't do nothing. Like it's just very much so like they're friends, which I think even Jacob talked about it too, like, where this is more like a friendship, if that makes sense. But Haley seems to be so-called getting better. I don't know, I roll my eyes every time I see them, because I'm just like, Haley doesn't want this. Like, Haley doesn't want you. But then Haley says the opposite, and it's just like, no, I'm just, you have to give me a chance to like grow into it. And though I understand, it's just slightly frustrating. Like, you're not really trying for real. You just say it, but you're not really doing anything about it. Anyways, that's Haley and Jacob. This is gonna be a very quick one, because between Clara and Ryan and Haley and Jacob, I'm just like, nothing has changed since the last episodes. And that's it. Like, nothing. Let's talk about Paige and Chris, because, oh, sis. I agree with Clara when she said that it's just sad. It's almost like she's gonna intentionally, you know how you like walk into something that you know is danger, but you're gonna walk through it anyway. I think she says something different when she is with I don't know, other people than when she is like being truthful to herself, meaning that she's not giving up on their marriage yet, which means that she's still okay with being with Chris. They met today, they had dinner or whatever, they met up today in the episode, and Chris is so manipulative to me. He met up with her for dinner. Before that, she had already made it clear that this relationship no longer serves me. Blah blah blah. I don't want to be. I don't want to do this no more. Da 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 da. And then she met up with the girls. So she was talking with the girls, and all of a sudden, I think the girls were like, "So what if?" Forget the baby, forget the da da da. What if Chris by himself wants to be with you? And she's like, well, I'm gonna let God do what He gotta do. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, you're not seeing what we're seeing? Like, this man is manipulating. Like, this man wants what he wants when he wants it. He doesn't care about your emotions. Like, in the same breath that he told you, you're his wife, you come first. The mother of his child, the ex-fiance comes second. He literally said that the day before they left for their honeymoon, he made it clear, like, you're my wife, you're first priority. I gotta go through you for everything. And then the very next day on the flight, he booked a flight to Chicago to go and see his ex-fiance / the mother of his unborn child. And I'm just like, he's not to be trusted. She met up with Pastor Dwight. Pastor Dwight is Chris's friend. And that was drama on its own because Paige met Pastor Dwight. Pastor Dwight was basically, I don't know if I was Chris, if I would feel any different than he does. But Pastor Dwight just was, he quoted the verse that says, a double-minded man is what? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And I get it. I completely understand. I think it's Chris, in my opinion, clearly in Pastor Dwight's opinion as well. However, he felt for her. He was very compassionate towards her situation. Chris, I don't know, ended up finding out, either Pastor Dwight told him or he found out that Paige had met up with Pastor Dwight, brought it up when they had the dinner, and he was like, well, I don't want anything to do with Pastor Dwight. I'm pretty mad at him. Like, you're supposed to be on my side, so why are you going to meet with her? And I was just like, well, I think that's just any mature person that just wants to, like, cares for you enough to care for your wife and to just make sure that both of you guys are okay. I don't think that it's more than that. But he threw out this fit about how, like, I don't want to talk about him any longer as far as he's concerned. They're basically not, like, friends anymore or something. And I'm just like, that's pretty childish from you. Second bomb, by the way, okay? Pastor Dwight said that when he first met Chris was engaged. What you mean engaged? Like, so this is what you do? You just be bouncing in another relationship, a committed relationship, engaging to everybody? Like, very, very bombshelly moment. I definitely did not know that. I don't think she clearly didn't know that either. And I'm just like, I think he really loves and longs for a marriage and a committed relationship so bad that he doesn't give himself time to just be by himself. And, like, not just be by himself, like sleeping with people or whatever, but being by himself, be content with who he is as a person and to grow as a person before he jumps into another relationship. I don't think that he does that. I don't think that he takes breaks. I don't think that he knows how to do that. And I think that that's the part that I get. It's not the fact that he's been engaged multiple times. It's the fact that he doesn't know how to be by himself, without having some form of fling or some form of relationship with somebody else. In Paige, I don't know. I feel bad, but at some point you're gonna have to, like, get out yourself. Nobody can force you. Even, like, they went to dinner, and I was thinking, and I think everybody was thinking, like, Paige is about to be like, it's over. But then Paige is like, Chris, what do you want to do? And Chris was being around the bush a lot, that she got very upset, which I did too. And she proceeded to walk out of the meeting or the sit down that they had. And the producers had met with her and was just like, before you walk away, just tell him where you are, and she's like, well, I'm done with this. And he was like, well, tell him not to contact you ever again, So then she proceeds to walk to sit down, and you would think that's what was going to come out of her mouth. But the next thing was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, you're wasting my time. I don't like you wasting my time. Like, he again turns into his vulnerable side where he's like, he's very scared. He doesn't want to raise his child he doesn't want another person to raise his child. He really is nervous that he will never see his child again. Or sometimes it's a lot going on and a lot of that. And I'm just like, okay, but of course, to Paige, that was, Chris was so vulnerable at this point, and I rarely see that, and so he must care for me enough to be vulnerable. Long story short, they both agreed to start over and literally reintroduce themselves. And I'm just like, just because you did that does not mean that everything else doesn't matter prior to, like, you know. And it's sad to me because I feel like she also forgot the fact that Chris didn't leave the mother of his child. The mother of his child left him. And because of that, he felt the need to go back to you again. And it's just like, at what point do you as a woman or as an individual want to be, want to have, I don't know, like, at what point do you choose you? You know what I'm saying? At what point are we going to stop being so desperate to be in a in a relationship that we tend to now neglect the loving part of the relationship, right? We're okay being in a relationship that causes heartaches and hurt because we just want to claim to be in a marriage or in a relationship. That's the part that kind of baffles me as a person, as a woman. For sure, that's the part that makes me slightly sad for her, is that I don't think that she wants the marriage to work so bad that she's willing to go through all the hopes of life, even though I just met you and you're a stranger, you know? Anyways, that's where they stand. They both are very much so trying to reintroduce themselves to each other. I don't know how long that's going to last. I really don't think it's going to last long at all. I think that Chris is very much unstable, and I think he will back out again. I just hope that when he backs out again, that will be the last for Paige, and Paige will not give him any more chances. That's my hope, but it's their lives. We're just watching it on television. Okay, let's talk about Brianna and Vincent. Vincent and Debo honestly, they were both very cute to me. They're still my number one couple, as you guys probably already know. However, I still feel like Vincent needs to, like, I wouldn't say grow up a little bit, but my gosh, like, he did something nice for Brianna. He bought Brianna a bicycle, right? Brianna was very, very happy, elated, all of that. Even like he got a board where he would start, like, he put like Spanish words on the board for Brianna to learn every day new things, which was beautiful because for us, even for those watching, we could learn as well, you know. I think one of the words was bicicleta. I know that's bicycle. Amigos, that's friends. Te amo, that's I love you. There was like there were two things on the board that I don't remember, but it was beautiful. I was like, oh shoot, I'm learning too, you know. That was cute. Then Brianna is like, well, let me do something nice for you, and she booked a dance class. Now she loves dancing. She used to dance before, so she loved it. And of course, Vincent also said, you know, he wants to get into dancing, so she booked the class. Well, Vincent gets to the class and he gets really, really nervous, which who doesn't, okay? But again, I think just relaxing and having fun in the moment is not something that a lot of people are used to doing. And so because of that, he got really, really nervous. He was very sweaty, and he was getting everything wrong. And every time he got something wrong, he would curse, and you know, like, he's just really, really nervous. You could tell. And I'm just like, I get it, but you're gonna have to calm down. Like, even Brianna was just like, I don't know everything either, but it's fun. Like, just live in the moment. We're going to get things wrong, but it's going to be fun. You want something to laugh about. And he got so pissed. He raised his emotions on his sleeves. So do I. And so I completely understood where he was coming from. But my gosh, like, you didn't have to get too mad. He got too upset that he wasn't smiling any longer. Like, he was faking it. You could tell. The instructors probably could tell. Brianna definitely could tell. We all could tell from watching TV that he hated. Like, he just wanted to leave the moment they started dancing. He just needs to live in the moment. He just needs to live in the moment. And I think hopefully that is what Brianna would instill in him and teach him how to do. That whether or not you mess up, it's for fun. Like, you're not winning a trophy, you know. But maybe he felt like he's Spanish, and he should be able to dance this, and he doesn't. And so maybe that he felt like it was disappointing other people. Maybe that's probably what he felt, the pressure. But he was not happy with it. He actually hated it. He was actually like stone cold Steve Austin. Like, he didn't care. Like, his facial expressions clearly explained that how he was feeling at the time. Let's move on to the last but not the least couple, and that's Virginia and Eric. I love them. Like, I'm surprised I'm saying that. Like, I really love Virginia and Eric. I think they're a very, very beautiful couple. All the drinking and all the worry that I had a couple of weeks ago, I don't have them now. For some reason, I mean, Virginia is still very much so in her, she likes the alcohol thing. Okay, she likes a good time. However, I don't think it's not as obnoxious as before. But also, we're not seeing them every day anymore because everybody's back to their own life. And I think Virginia also left for a couple of days. Eric left for work for a couple of days. So when you do see them, they're mostly together, and that's the twice, maybe 3 times a week that they actually are together, that we see them. So they're usually on their best behaviors. Eric said that he loves her today. Or did I say that Brianna and Vincent also shared I love yous today as well. It was actually very, very sweet. Virginia and Eric said the same as well. Brianna said it first in her, relationship. Eric said it first in his relationship. It was very beautiful. I think I enjoyed the come together moment. Eric made a song for Virginia with his guitar. It was very, very beautiful to see. Virginia was asked very good questions in regards to him loving again, because one thing that he mentioned was that the last time he loved somebody, the last time he was in love with somebody was his ex-wife, and this was 3 years ago. And so obviously Virginia was just like, well, I mean, if you feel like you can't, because he has been in relationships where he's not loved somebody like her, and so she felt like she's comparing herself to the ex-wife, and she doesn't want to do that. Eric kind of, which I loved it. It takes a full man to be able to just make your wife feel comfortable and less stressed, even about situations that obviously none of you guys can control. And he was just like, honestly, I'm falling for you, like, I don't know. It was very, very sweet. It was very sweet. I enjoy their union when they're together, the conversations that they do have. I think they're pretty, they have fun when they have fun, and they get serious when they get serious. But one thing I know for sure is they always have a smile on their faces. What, on my face? Literally. They always have a smile on their faces, which obviously brings me great joy to see. So currently, I would say that Virginia and Eric, Brianna and Vincent are a yes check for me personally. I think they would definitely make it work. Clara and Ryan, honestly, I give them a half point. Whether or not they just stay together, I'm not sure, but I do know that they just need to like work it out. Ryan needs to chill a little bit. Honestly, that's just my opinion. Okay. Haley and Jacob, Paige and Chris, I don't see them working, unfortunately, but I really just don't. There just seems to be like, no, I don't see it. I don't see it. But anyways, that brings me to the very end of this. I hope that you guys enjoyed my Married at First Sight season 12, episode 9 review. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Feel free to leave your comments and thoughts down below as far as the couples and even the review that I just did. Do you agree? Do you not agree? I would love to know that down below as well. And to you, what couples do you think will actually last and which ones do you think wouldn't? Yes, I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Don't forget to be kind to yourself as well as others around you. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!